Hello and welcome. Right, there's a lot that has happened this session. There really is. We finished doing the sugar beet on this field. We did the rolling as well. Let's just knock those zone markers off while we're chatting. General. I should know this by now. I've been in there. That's a mod I seriously miss. Is the switching off of the zone markers and on. That was such a fantastic, one of my favourite mods of FS22 that was, and it dropped quite near the end, but I really hope that comes into FS25. I might actually, it's a hard one to do, mucking around with Lua commands, so yeah, I'm not the absolute virgin on that particular type of modding. I've looked at other people's to try to get my head around it, because it's only scripting the same as I would do at my job, but it's like an alien science to me at present. So in time I might be able to do something like that, but right now no, not a chance. So what have we done this session? Yeah, we did this, we did the rolling, we did everything. It's fertilized, obviously it's fertilized. You can see we cut the grass, we windrowed the grass, but silly old me didn't use course base, so that means that I need to bale that myself. What we did do though is what we threatened to do. So let's just pop up to, no, that's not what you need. Oh, let's pop to the farm and I should show you what we actually did. Yeah, okay, that's a bit, where am I? Okay, I'm stuck on a, oh, hang on, I didn't realise. Hang on, that's, didn't we visit the chicken? Oh, of course it is, you Wally. Yeah, you can tell what I actually did. It was a chicken coop originally that I've grabbed, so we'll change the icon from a chicken next session. I was going to say it had like a chicken coop to me. That's because it really, yeah, it was originally the my own chicken coop. Yeah, the one that, well, it was a Giants originally, but obviously modded. So we've been busy here. We've fed them finally. They've got a lot of food. 95,451 litres. Oh, wow, we nearly filled that. That's quite amazing. 490 animals. I mean, we took the eggs to market. We had 5,000 litres. That brought in a bit of cash as well. Oh, no, it didn't, because it's sitting on the sale point, because the sale point doesn't like them at the minute. We put this down, which has got a very small footprint. This is my own buy point. This very, very fast on delivery. So we put 150 odd thousand litres of, which is a 10% of the full capacity of the food. Now the reproduction rate's going up, so that's good. They're actually, no, it's the health. It's gone up by 10%, so they are responding to being fed finally. There was already 40 tons of straw in. We put another 50 tons in. We did exactly the same, I believe, at the other one. Straw 130. No, we went a bit mad. We put more straw in on that one, but yeah, 190,000 litres of TMR again, 10% health. So they're recovering, and they're recovering. Yeah, they are. And oh, of course, it's yeah. The farm sign appears as an animal enclosure because I've done what I've done. So that needs tweaking a little. That is quite comical, actually. Be sure your sins will find you out. Not that it's terrible, but what I mean is, yeah, obviously it was taken from a chicken coop originally, so now shows up in that particular section. Right, so again, yeah, 10% held back. We've taken all of the eggs off, so everything's been fed. We've bedded ourselves in. We've got a couple of these in different places, one for the Anguses and one for here. Bought the barrel up and brought this up. This got a bit of an outing. Started to put the equipment away, but the brand really is a bit of a beast that's can't really easily be put away. So probably is best if we just leave this here and just like do a circuit to pull it around into the fields when we need it. So yeah, I want to open this. I want to take this entire hedge out so that we or maybe leave a bit in the middle. But I was thinking of sticking a shed sort of with the back against here for the grass equipment if we're going to keep this, or just for equipment in general, but mainly for the grass equipment. I thought we could keep it right next to this, but also get good access to the sugar mill. So that's, yeah, that is a one option that we've got. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with the session itself, but that is about it. I was moaning at the beginning of the session, and I think I've got a point. about how long it takes to chop these up when it's ridiculous that Lumberjack at the minute isn't quite as it was in FS22. So when you chop these things, it takes forever to chop one up into little pieces. And Lumberjack's not actually destroying it. Not that I'm blaming Lumberjack, because obviously it only enhances what Giants have already done. And we all know the Giants totally forgot about forestry for FS25. And it's an absolute nightmare and a travesty that all of the partners are not mentioning. But to me personally, I'm not a partner. And I don't think I ever wish to be, because then I can't be frank and honest about what is bad in the game. And that's just not right. One of the original jobs of a content creator really was to help people to not only learn the game but also know what is good, what is bad. And if you're a partner and you start to talk badly about your masters in Giants, bad analogy, that's a bit naughty, yeah, not masters, but yeah, obviously you're a partner, so therefore you would be seen that you really should not have a go at your partner. But I've got to be honest, as a content creator, my first thing is for you, which is why I keep going on about that heaviness of the game, how Giants are sort of like it's gone from being fairly heavy at the beginning to going terribly heavy, and Giants really needs to calm this down, because this is a high-end graphics, high-end gaming laptop with the best graphics card, and it's struggling with the game. And I'm like thinking, what about the people with medium equipment that they'd have to like play this on very poor quality, and it's going to totally ruin the game. So really something needs to be done. It's all right aiming for like fantastic if like there's a machine that's created that can cope with the weight of your game. And I just FS22 I think was about there. I think map makers are going to have to reduce the size of maps and all sorts because of the weight of the graphics of this new sort of engine. So yeah, you're getting fractals and all sorts of weirdnesses occur, and we have done ever since the game came out. It's not good. It really isn't. No one except me is mentioning that. And that's because I've already always been primarily a gamer, and just warning you that be careful. It's a bit of a beast, and Giants really ought to be, if anything, they made it heavier. I never got any at the beginning of FS25. It was heavy, but I've switched options off now, graphics options, to like the clouds are like poor quality. I always think that was the least. They're just fluffy clouds now instead of any like detail. They won't cast shadows ever, which they can do, which is quite a nice feature. But again, it's heavy. I will insist on my meshes being high so that everything looks good quality. But apart from that, I'm sort of like draw distance at the minute is quite far out. But it's one of the biggest culprits for like costing GPU power, so it would be one of those. But again, I want this content to be as good as it possibly can, where the meshes are really good quality and that the content is almost lifelike. But as it is at present, I'm not sure I can fulfill all that criteria really, because of how heavy the game is. So yeah, just a bit of a warning that like if you've got a low end to medium end graphics card, you're going to need to knock your settings down really bad, because it's a heavy game. It really is. But then that's enough. All that remains to be said is I hope you enjoy the work session if you're going to watch the rest of the episode. The catch up, obviously I'm trying to do it so that if you're strapped for time, that I'm actually sort of showing you everything. We did no buying and selling in this session because we literally been stuck in the month of April, but we have planted our final seed, our final field, and we have literally moved into the farm, which I'm so happy about. And it's so annoying. It should have some sort of a chain, because it just wanders. And it's flat. I always thought it was because it was on uneven ground, but now I can see it just basically does its own thing because this is fairly level. So yeah, it's a bit of an annoying thing about the brand, really. It may get fixed in time. I would imagine probably Giants have probably got an awful lot more on the plate than like fixing the brand. But I think a chain at the back that should be removed. Look at that. That's what I'm saying. It's just It just rolls where it lies. I suppose it's the nature of rollers to roll, though, really. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's everything. I'm going to fix the... Well, it's not a fix. I'm going to add eggs to the sale point so that we can... I will tweak this bit by bit. I thought I'd already added everything, but obviously not everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the rest of the session. I was going to just start, and then I thought, do you know, it really is. I am right. It really is. I mean, we've got the lumberjack mod back, but the actual forestry is just ramble. Look at this. How long is it supposed to take you to chop a couple of... I mean, in FS25, I would have just like sliced this in half. If I'd have done it wrong, I'd have had a couple. But what is this? I've got to chop it into a million pieces. I can't do the lumberjack thing like that, where you chop it down and it goes red. You have to wait till giants think it's small enough for it to disappear. It's really rubbish. I've never seen such a... I mean, at least keep it as good as it was in FS22. I just don't get this. I know no one's mentioned it. Everybody's on the partner program and everybody's watching the partners of the partner program because they're all big channels, which of course is why it's done that way. But like, nobody's really telling the truth. Everybody's sort of like, oh, the game's fantastic, it's getting like amazing. And I'm like, really? Where are you looking? Where are you looking? Are you looking after the little people that's watching your channel, or are you like looking after giants because they look after you? But do they? I know I'm sorry, it's a bit conspiracy theory type, isn't it, really? But yeah, I mean, like, it goes orange instead of red. I mean, how long is it you're supposed to take to chop a simple thing like this up? It really is terrible. It really is. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring you in just to groan and gripe a little, because it is annoying. It's, yeah, everybody focuses on the... And I wish I could focus on the positive. I wish... I mean, spin doctors, I like to tell the truth. I would like to stay positive, if I'm honest. That is my natural inclination. But it just so annoys me when people are like trying to say everything's alright when it really isn't. Yeah, I was on about this on Oakbridge Farm yesterday, last session, about basically how heavy the game is on people's equipment. I've got to be honest. I mean, this isn't me bragging. I really wouldn't bring this apart from the fact that obviously have the channel, I had to buy a decent laptop. There was no point in buying a cheap one and then replacing it in a year or anything like that. And I think that's it. That is pretty much it. So just to do that, it's taken me about 5 minutes to open that up. I was going to take off a few more, but you know, I think we'll like put it as it is. So we're in the farm. We have, the TPS is damaged. I have been trying to work on mine, but I'm tired and I'm just not working out to plan, as it frequently doesn't. Remind myself, it has been a while actually. I've been trying to... I'd almost thrown Calmsden Oakbridge out. Now then, we are in... So we've got our field of canola, our field of... I believe... Is it just grass still? It is grass. And was it ready to be cut this very month? It is. In which case, we ought to be setting the duet going right now. Have we got a proper course? I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. It's been a while. What I usually do is with any Let's Plays, I will do quite a few sessions like in one go, especially at the beginning, and then like, yeah. The other thing is I'm a bit unsure about the sugar when I was doing the I am going to go do the animals, but I'm just setting this going. Let's just do it, set it and forget it. We might have to regret that because it might, yeah, let's not do that, because if you'd like do a quick... Let's just do this quickly job. It never works out right. It always ends up so 9, 7.3, load. And then let's see you at the first waypoint. And we don't see anything because we're not going to be here. Right, let me grab one of our... Yeah, that's it. The lead tractor. Fantastic. We've got animals to feed is the most important thing. So we've got this ready. I believe, what are we actually going to do? Our main thing is our sugar. So I believe we would be planting sugar. I've still got those horrible little fractals. Well, yeah, it's... Right, so I believe we probably were ready doing the sugar beet right now, I would say. No, that's not... no. He can't do that. Let's leave that alone. Yeah, so let's drop that down. 6-meter version. Now, it's quite amazing. I've got Hispano's, the beautiful big plough on a couple of Let's Plays now. Right, so we do indeed want sugar beets. Can we fill this up? Now, this is true. I have done one of these myself now. It's not quite as elegant as... Yeah, I took it from one of these models, as I frequently do, or for most of them, which means that the base of this is not quite right. But again, I'm trying to test my my mods to see what needs changing, and I am bit by bit changing them. Obviously, I'm not releasing them yet, but I've got 2 models. I've got this one, which is a cheap buy point, but this one, which is slightly dearer, is a better bonus. So yeah, it will... Let's try and put that in B mode, and you will see what I mean about the area. Did I tweak it yesterday? No, I didn't. Yeah, see all that grass that just popped? That's because the model is too big. I need to adjust that on the model. I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't do it, but you wouldn't want to release a mod like that, obviously. So let's just... I will keep the painting off the original Matana, I think. So let's just do some liquid fertilizer. Yeah, the TPS is not quite right at the minute. Yeah, we could actually do that. Let's... Yeah, we do need some diesel, so why not? Yeah, mine you can't see the smoke. It's like invisible. Or it's... I've got to be honest, the speed is phenomenal. So maybe that it's too quick to show, to show the actual image, like going... With sound effects, Mr. Smith. With sound effects. Oh dear, it is true, yes. Oh, that's true, the models... Yeah, I might put the original model back until I fixed it, because, yeah, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I changed the model, and obviously it's all, like, not so good. So let's put back... I've still got the original model. I always do this in case I go wrong. So we want sell points, which is in this... And we'll just sell this sell point. Oh, that's right. I couldn't find the bit to demolish it. It did used to demolish. Now all of a sudden I can't demolish this. Enter demolition mode. Is B, but still it doesn't make any difference. I can't find where to click on to destroy. Which it did used to be destroyable. All I've done is change the model. And now all of a sudden I can't destroy it. Which is rather annoying. It is actually. I don't know what's happened, because all I've done is just put another model in it, and all of the functions that should be there are still there. So you'd think I can, of course, cheat by removing it out of the... that flickered then. Oh, this shouldn't be this difficult to remove a mod, surely. You know, seriously. Right, okay, can we put the other inside that one and like ignore the elephant in the room, really? Is this the best place for it now? Probably not. I'll remove it the other way. I will give myself the cash back though. I think actually it is true, really. We ought to be moving to the proper farm, being as we are here, and it would be on... The thing is with this, actually, strangely enough, if you think about this in real life, where would you have your little kiosk? It would be pretty much where we've actually got it. So I'll remove that after the session. I can still use it, I think it still works. So let's just set this going on field 10 to do the sugar beets. Blocked by an object. Of course you're blocked by an object. Even after all that much. Yeah, I'm not really surprised. Yeah, the other thing is, I always find when you're tired, things go wrong anyway. Why were you even over there? What were you trying to do? Yeah, the one thing that I was rather intrigued about that Giants did sort of say they'd correct was I did notice myself that when you set it to like go in ups and downs, it did its own thing. It did not listen to you at all. But now it, well, they said they fixed this, so I'm presuming that it's not, obviously this is cosplay, but on the normal worker, if you change the options, if you press the B key and you said like I want you to do the ups and the downs, it just like ignore you basically. Do its own thing, which I thought was quite highly hilarious, really. Now then, have we got a stone? I don't think we have we? No, we've got a beautiful roller, but I'm sure we haven't got a stone picker, not yet. We've got a lot of stuff down the, would be an Elho. No, we've only got the Elho duets, so no, we haven't. It's unfortunate, but we're going to have to like forgo this, so we need to press the Del button. Still not quite used to this yet. Although you've always had to press the Del button, but I mean like the way that you so used to going into this menu, but this menu is not connected to the main menu anymore. It's like got its own. That's a field 10 we have not created yet. So let's do that now. Let us go to the thing itself. We want now the course. We need. I selected it already for us, so we need to check. I think 2 max. We don't any round corners. It's amazing because I used to love that, but I don't like it on this new cosplay at all. It's really not nice. So let's save that to 10. Save course. Oh, I didn't look at the amounts. I think it's 18 meters. I'll know what it is anyway. Right. So first and go. Everything's right. Fantastic. Now we're gonna need another. Which tractors have we got left? Don't think that's quite. Yeah, the Valmet will do. It will. Right. Let's grab our trailer, and have we got a small one? It's a bit of a monster for, mind you, I suppose it truly is a lot to do. Right, I'm going to go to a bit of a time lapse I think with this, because it's going to be quite a while, I should say. Now, I don't think we made with our self-sufficiency any TMI yet, have we? I've altered this a little. I've got hay put back in, which it always should have been. I think silage and digestate. 78 tons of, so we didn't do a lot, did we? Digestate 39 tons, hardly any water. Yeah, so just that is all we've done so far, really. And I think we were going towards, which, yeah, I'm trying to sort of tweak this. I've adjusted all of the amounts. I think I'm happy with it, but we need to sort of obviously test it, because that I haven't done yet. So we've not made any TMR. Canola fields growing nicely. I'm very pleased with where we are. In no way, shape or form did I believe we would be in the farmyard this quickly. Really is quite amazing. So we could have, yeah, no, this, I've got to be honest, they've already nerfed horsepower. Big tractors struggle with this kind of trailer, so this Valtra is not going to, what I'm going to try to do is, now then, where is the cows to the left of us? I'm going to do what I've tried to do, which is my way of automation. Basically, like to sort of stick, if we can do it, it all depends on how Cavalier Roy has set things up. Right, so this looks vaguely familiar, but a little bit prettier than what I'm used to. And I'm used to the concrete being, of course, this is the large cow barn. Mine's based upon the medium cow barn, and it does look second hand, which is, of course, the entire idea. So, all my life, Cavalier Roy, you have been busy. A 1191 animals max. That is quite phenomenal. Right, yeah, we've also got chickens as well. So, can we... will we block the way? Well, to be honest, I mean, the animals are more important to me than a shed. So if I have to get rid of that Horman shed to make this so that we've got our own feeding robot. Has this got... I don't think... has it got a feeding robot? No, it hasn't. No, that's not been done yet. So, if I have that, I might be able to do it, but I don't want to block the doors off for the... Yeah, so really, let's have a look. Can we do it? Is this something I was playing around with actually in FS25? Just at the end, I was trying to make this so it was super duper. So really, we need to sort of like put the arm of that in there. I think we could probably do it. Do without actually blocking the way off. We could put a slightly smaller shed in though. Just replace it straight away so we're not taking liberties, because it does stick out a little. But I don't know. Let's just try it with first, because I don't want to. I'm not trying to like take the big, because Cavalier Roy so far has these have had value, so that means you're gaining hundreds of thousands because it's a Horman, and that really isn't what I'm trying to do. So let's try and observe. Just I don't. If it goes in the body a little, it would be like me having a special built. Right. So now you have to go. Yeah, that's right. So we want to go TMR. Which thankfully is right next door. This has got a super duper fill rate. I did this on purpose. Now, we've not got a lot of cash. We've got more than we should have. So, yeah, I was not expecting... Alright, let's get this in. Yeah, I wanted to increase the flow rate of, like, the things that I bought from the buy points and make them, like, a super duper. I'm just sort of trying to tailor everything to it's typical of me actually. I like things to be fast. I do. So I really wanted this to make this as if I was trying to please myself, which of course I am, but what I mean is that also, like, if I was you, what would I want out of a fill point? Now the other thing is, there isn't really there's not one size fits all. There are certain situations where you don't really want it to come out too fast, so I've not made it so fast that it's crazy, but I have made it fast. So I'm hoping that that's about right. So let's do another one. See how much animals we have got. We haven't got many, so we don't really need to go absolutely crazy. And of course we've got the Anguses in the other shed, so we can't forget that either. And it's got 44 tons of straw. So we'll do this one, then a straw. And then I thought I was going to do a time lapse. We're going to do a blow-by-blow account and drive everybody crazy. Probably not. Now, let's say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. think I'll come out now of the time lapse so we can have a bit of a good look. So plenty of straw, a plenty of tim, although that looks like you could put 1,000,000 litres in easily. So we've got 30 Anguses, which obviously will start to settle down now that we've actually fed them. And yeah, likewise, chickens. Wow, that is an awful lot of chickens. It is, and they are old chickens, as in like they're real layers. So how many? We need to go there, don't we? Let's go visit. You need to be right next to it, don't you, to actually read it? I just want to see how many. Oh my life, 2005. So this is gonna these are gonna take some feeding in time. I mean, well, there's enough storage. So one thing I could say again, Cavalier Roy is no stranger. I love that. That's amazing. He's no stranger to like modding. Really is an absolutely amazing modder. I always hark back to this because it's one of the things that always shocked me a little. Obviously, I didn't know anything about modding back then. But obviously, someone expanded a chicken enclosure, and you could put thousands of animals in them, but they didn't increase the feed for the animals, so therefore the animals starved. It was I couldn't fill it and go through the night without my animals always getting damaged. So it was one of those things that in the end I had to replace it. So it was a shame because I thought, well, it's a cracking mod, really. But all they'd done was just increase the amount of animals. And yeah, that you can't really do that. You've got so this is looks like a repair point. It is amazing. So we should keep this open. Everything but the biggest now. Let's see. I don't know where we're going to stick this because this is a beast. It is. And it also, it wanders. It like opens. So yeah, I'm not really sure whether just sort of here and like we'll just pull around in this massive courtyard. Like it's probably right ways to be, I would say. Right then, now we have got a telehandler. So I think all things considered, yeah, we can't use a TPS though. Well, you can use it in certain places, but let's have a go. Yeah, it is the TPS that's at fault. It really is. I am almost finished mine. It's actually, I think it was Sariga that gave me the idea. The eyelets I used in Blender, I used the little eyelets, the toruses as they call them, little mini donuts. And I did the same thing, but I think it was, if I'm honest, I think subconsciously I've seen the TPS so frequently that, yeah, no, it's still dragging. That's why it's sort of moving so slowly. So it's a bit of a shame. I shall have to get my, get this sorted. Yeah, because you can see it's when it should be solid, like it should be not solid now, and it's dragging in the ground. That's why it's slow. And then as you put it down, it doesn't. It's not solid, and it should be. It's sort of like as if Sariga's got it the wrong way round, which he may well have done. It's, simple as that. So we've done everything we didn't need to. And the only bad thing is about doing this, I realised, I thought, by not following courseplay, by doing a normal worker, although my intentions were good, I was trying to test. I wanted to see if the normal worker did obey, and he sort of did, but there's still obviously like backing into that, the production silo, all of the time, and they'll just carry on doing that. So, but I've now made myself a job because I'm going to have to do this. Because it is true. Are we going to leave that? It's not a bad place to leave it. I mean, to be honest, the road is ours. I mean, you wouldn't block the road, but it's also we could sort of put it against the tree lines. No, it's a bit packed, isn't it, really? Yeah, the only bit of land we don't own is this here. This actual headland is not ours, but this road, now this actually is ours, which is quite amazing. So it's not that far to the farm, is it? That first set of buildings is just there, but obviously the only bad thing is we really do need to open this up here. I've got to be honest, what I thought was, because there's the road behind it, it wouldn't be a bad place to stick a little shed here, but like against the back of the wire. But again, that means I've got to tangle with all of those. Yeah, and the one thing we haven't got so far is the Devour Trees by Roy Christie. or anybody else for that matter that would like to have a go at it. We haven't, we've not got one so far. Yeah, I did have a look at it. Literally the Devour trees are converting it, and not. I don't mean it's Royal Christie's. What I mean is I bought it in to see at the beginning of modding to have a look at its functions and what was in the XML and that type of stuff. But it's beyond me. And I wouldn't want to like step on Roller Christie's toes, but I was just interested, as you do. You like looking under the bonnet of like in XMLs and things like that. Just try to see, well, how did they do this? It's yeah, it's not. And I admit it openly. I'm not. Lambo Mod said that you'll annoy them, and maybe I will, but the bottom line is I would imagine every single modder that's learnt anything about modding, you've got to do that anyway, and you do it from giants. So what's the difference on now copying someone's work? Now that's another matter. That's not acceptable, definitely not. But so we'll still keep this here. This is not a bad. We could really do with a bigger one. I know we have got a lot of equipment down at the oh, I don't know. Oh, it might be, no, I don't think it can. I don't think it can even grab it. I know it couldn't work with it, but I don't. Oh, it can. Oh, there you go. Excellent. Couldn't work with it, but it might. I mean, the game might let it, but yeah, so we should just pull this out of the way a little bit here. Might have one of the little Omatana 1000 ones built especially for this. So really we're going to need, unfortunately, to buy another trailer. I think what we'll do is we'll have the shop deliver, but we'll also, for the time being, we shall with great regret get rid of the TPS, which is, yeah, really, it's a lizard, isn't it, I believe. It is. Oh, Sarika. Yeah, I will buy one again if you like. Yeah. So that means we're going to need to grab one from your competitors. I've got to be honest, I do love the TPS a lot, but obviously it is broken at the minute. But so I suppose it will get the Dragon trailer looks quite nice. I know we have got one of my own, the Farm Tech. It's one of the things I loved about the little trailer was the fact you can also make it into a flatbed as well, and with strap support. So yeah, it's the strap support that slowed me down on my trailer, but also my trailer's doing weird things. It's the i3D file's weird. I can't like rotate inside. I thought it was my mouse. I've even ordered another mouse, and actually I don't think it's the mouse at all. I think it's the i3D file. It's weird. Something's gone wrong within it, and it's not as easy as transferring everything from one to another. It loses its sort of structure, and you've got to like restructure it all again, and that sounds really easy, but it isn't. No, it's not at all. So then let's have the store deliver something. We shall have a look and see. Yeah, I mean, we're all running out of cash as well, fast, but I mean, all things considered. Yeah, now this is something that intrigues me. We've got the, I think it was the MTL modding that actually did this last time. Oh, wow, it's actually quite cheap as it is. Yeah, and it's they've really souped it up. Yeah, so it's got a proper genuine back 3-point link. I'm tempted to mod this myself and slice the front blade off. I mean, it's useful for what you want it to do because it's a pusher, and it really is. If you were like using your clamps a lot and stuff like that, or pushing stuff around on a field, which is something I had a dream of in FS22 that never worked out. Now this stays level perfectly in its standard design, so for that kind of thing is quite amazing. But yeah, I might have a go myself and just have a go like one of the other modders did to make that into something a bit special. But again, there's so much to do really. I have done a lot of mods already, but I'm moving into vehicles. They are slower. Yeah, it's a project for a full weekend to try to like even modify, let alone make from scratch a right, so anyway, let's concentrate. What? I can't remember this. Yeah, there's quite a few in different places. The self-made, I like that. It's a little small. It's my only criticism. Oh, they've still not fixed the shop with all the things they've done. Gordon Bet. You'd think it'd be one of the first things you'd have a go at. Cavalier. Yeah, that's true. Cavalier Roy's had a go. Well, I thought he'd done something to this because it seemed to have settled down a little bit, but it's still too big a whatever this is. It doesn't like it. So that's 2,500. The thing I don't like the most about it is the frame. It's I like a flatbed that's a flatbed. It sort of restricts. I don't know. There might not be. But I do like it. I'm not having a go. Right, so I think the other ones could be low loaders. Yeah, there's this one as well, which is also very reasonable. But again, it's actually quite small. But I do like the design of that one because that ticks all the boxes that I'm on about, which is the fact that it hasn't got any. I think it's also got, like Sariga's, it has those that come out of the back, which is amazing. And it's my favourite design. So that's a good one. But then there's also where is it? It could be miscellaneous, which was the biggest section of all in FS22. Anything that doesn't quite fit the category goes in here. Yeah, I've noticed this as well. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a weird one. Obviously, there's this supposedly the etiquette amongst, well, that's the desk voice, and I'm sure the modder's not the same one who made the desk voice, but then he could have done it with permission. So, yeah, again, it's one of those sort of things, but it does make me scratch my head a bit from what Lambo was sort of saying, because I was like, well, I'm going to be honest about it. I'm not going to rip modders off, but I will. As far as I'm concerned, it's like me learning at the feet of Omatana, and I can't drive all the way over to Germany, and Omatana probably hasn't got the time to actually speak to me anyway, even if you did do something like that. So where is the dragon one then? It's got to be in normal trailers, because I think it's both, so it probably is. So look at the dragon one. This one I quite like the look of. Now, then, does this meet your criteria of like not... Yeah, or does it go to a flatbed without any kind of... it's got those horrible things, and I think they have got collisions as well. Yeah, the original was the same, wasn't it? Really, which of course is really that made into a trailer, so you'd expect that. So I think of all things that we've seen, yeah, we can also do this, but it's just tiny. But it is, I do like it. Yeah, it's plenty of straps. But yeah, well, I think what we'll do is we should go for, I think it was in flatbeds, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was the low loader one. Yeah, I like this one. And it's very reasonable. Again, other people competing with Sriga. I like that. So 2,799. Indeed, we shall give this a go. Fantastic. Now let's reset the X. Right, fantastic. Let's have a go. Now that is a point. Is this going to be a car? I bet it is, which means this is not going to like it. You see, now that's where mine would have been better, even though it's dearer. Because yeah, now I've got to lug it with one and like grab it with another, which is a bit inconvenience, really. So do you know something? It's a shame it's not like it used to be. No, here's that one. I apologise for like it's the amount of times I do this is ridiculous. So yeah, I believe it's still a lizard. That one there. We're going to lose a bit of cash. Not a lot. Not a lot. It's a shame. It is. It's a bit of a deal breaker, really, because for the thing you want your telehandler to lug things off in a bale or something like that. So therefore, again, right. So we need to stick that back down. Now that I believe the one that that is, I should show you what I mean. The one that I first showed. Now this modder, although it is, we might come back to this one because it's got a car hitch, but also a tractor hitch. So this modder's thought about it. So would you know something? Let's give it a shot. I don't like the colour though. We'll go. Yeah, Massey's nice bright red, a load of black on it too. And yeah, that will do nicely. Fantastic. See if I can put up with that until I can make my own. that actually work? It did now. Right, fantastic. Let's grab that. It is sort of, if you think about it, a bit of a deal breaker. Do need some fuel. Did I do that? I thought I did it, but no, I think that was on... I still want to call it Calmston. Still want to... Right, we want... Yeah, we may as well take the eggs. They were... I think they were a good price. Although they're overflowing, so even if they're not a good price, I think we need to take them anyway. The sugar, I'm a bit unsure. I want to take it to market. It's just that we're going to be there. 117,000 litres is like 117 pallets. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a lot of cash. But I think it's a session in itself of just loading and unloading laboriously, which... is a little bit... That's not nice, really. Right, so then, I'm not quite getting the layout right yet. It's over here. We'll also see how tight that is. These are lovely little narrow... I think that's actually... Yeah, I think that's okay there. That's not going to do it. It's got a collision. I've started to... I did this... the rope... Because I chose the body of this as the collision, the rope is solid. And it shouldn't be. So what I'm doing is I've made again a round shape, and I'm changing the collision to that so that we will in time be able to go through the rope, because at the minute it's a bit annoying. It's one of those things that you think, no, it's just not right. Let's get it sorted. So I've done my first one yesterday, and I shall rinse and repeat that amongst the whole lot. All right, so we need to... That is actually right. I'm just trying to think about how you're going to load that. That's probably going to be right if we do like that-ish. This is really what will decide whether this design works or not, whether those rails get in the way, if they've got collisions and like they're annoying. How do we do this? If we grab that like that and then get next to the other one. Should work. Now moments of truth. Will those rails derail us? Ha. Let's have a look. Ooh, no, they are solid. Yeah, they are. So it's a bit of a... Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is actually. Let's... yeah, we'll do the same again. We tested it. It's one of those things that not everyone thinks about. And also the design of this might have been for a specific reason. Some people want a rail like around the edge of it. So a lizard adapter. This is, I think, self-made S, I think. No, it's not. It is a what? Legal, Great Plains, Grimmy, JCB, Kinsey. Self-made trailer. Yeah, well, now that we lost a bit more of, but hey ho, it is what it is. So again, not really going to work. So it looks like the winner is myself. Well, actually, it's Giants, really. Yeah, it's a convert, so I can claim nothing at all for this one. Oh, well, I can a little. I did do something. It's obviously an awful lot dearer, but then it's because it will come in useful for other things, maybe for feeding the chickens in a bit. But yeah. I wonder if I should make the bale trailer cheaper if you were just going to buy that. And then, like, you've got to increase it to a normal trailer. Now, this has been adjusted. Yeah, this has got, like, more than one. You can see naturally it's a cup. No, actually not. It's naturally an eye, but I don't think it stands as an eye. So, but it does on mine. This has got, like, all of the low trailer and, yeah, and car. That's not really a very good place. No, it's not. Yes, I did it on purpose. I just thought but again, it is small. I realise that, but it's okay for this type of thing. It's amazing the amount you can get on it. I am going to say that. Definitely. I just don't want anything in the way for when I'm like doing this. If I'm doing this a lot, to me, oh my life, that was a bit of a drop. Yeah, I need to like have it so that it's got nothing in the way, nothing to hamper me putting stuff on, and that is really important. No, that is a point. Is that? No, they were not productive. They won't be like. Oh, they are a little. Yeah, it has begun. Yeah, I mean, again, self-sufficiency. We will be. Did we stick that in already? We did. I'm sure. I've seen it. Yeah, we did. We showed it as first thing. About we'd only done a little bit of grass, so I think we might get that grass in. The most important thing to me right now is getting the animals in and like doing all these little jobs. The sugar I think we probably will do. I am going to like be insistent on maximizing profit. Are they not quite fully? Not sure. That's just I'm just caught on something. Yeah, so I think the sugar I will do, but it's at times like this when you really do fancy selling it, but we would lose a lot of cash, and that's what I'm saying. If I'm on hard economy, it's sort of the self-marketing is quite a leveler. It almost takes you to normal economy, but extra effort, and so I'm like tempted to like do it, but it's just that is going to be. But then again, if you're trying to make cash, then you would do the best you could, wouldn't you, really, is what I'm thinking. Now, these are seriously going to chuck out some eggs at some point. So I think we're going to try and work around the animals we've got and what we've actually got full stop on the farm to actually make... 1 second. Concentrating. Intense concentration going on. Yeah, so to work around the animals that we've got... might do the cannery, but I'm not going to do the vegetables because we've already got that on other Let's Plays. It's one of the most tempting. I love the cannery. The cannery with the Suit Factory add-on that I've made. I like that a lot. I could use it every single Let's Play, but that would soon get old fast. So, yeah, I'm trying to, like, not be terrible. So 5 tons. This should net us quite a bit of cash. So I think... my sell points that I will fix. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the original model. I think for now, I've sort of hit. I've did my own model, as you can see. This is my model, and that's all right. But it's very difficult to put all of those. Yeah, it's sort of like doubled. It's one of those strange things. Lambo explained why Giants did it. Is this not working then now? Is it sort of like gone... Oh, that's right. I think the sell points at the back, it was reversed. Yeah, when I made the mod. Right, I'm going to be right back. This is annoying. See you shortly. Right, we're down at the shop now. I thought this hasn't had a go. I know, yeah, and I realise I've already bought our trailer in that configuration. We're going to need a couple. Here we are. It's a shame. Has this got a... No, but that has. If we can attach the one to the other. No, I still got the straps on straps, but I thought this could manage this. I thought, let's use it. It doesn't get much of a use because it is, I am right though, it is very, very unsteady. Very unsteady. Really, last session I used it, I really did nearly to tip it over. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure for a specific use case, this is quite a niche sort of tractor. Fantastic. So really would be useful in certain situations. Now remember, left-hand side of the road, you are driving in your home country where you should remember this. Yeah, it is true. So we've got a couple of those trailers now, but we can use one as a dedicated flatbed really, and the other one we can use for feeding the chickens and like other things as well. Not sure that this tank is going to be big enough in time, but for now it will be. The other thing is I don't really like mixing anymore. I did have a go at making one of these. I've made quite a large one. Only, obviously, I've done more placeables than I've done... vehicles are an awful lot more difficult than placeables. I suppose they're different, really? No, wrong one. That one. Yeah, I'll just switch my lights on. Yeah, they're different, but obviously I've learned some of the rules for like creating placeables quite a lot, because I've done a lot of placeables. I've literally like ripped so many productions to pieces. The production silo was quite a difficult one to do, so I've done all of that. And obviously it teaches you a trick or two. So of course I approached vehicles with exactly the same sort of thing about you can they call it the load, the visuals are like I can drag in a visual for a placeable, but it doesn't have move, so you're actually okay to do that. You can't do the same. What I did was I made another tank and dropped it onto the back of the existing, this particular tank, but I made the tank very much bigger, thinking, oh, that'll be happy. Well, it does. In fact, I might be able to show you what it actually does. This is quite hilarious. I will give ourselves the cash back for removing that one. I removed it, the XML, but I'll give myself the cash while we're passing there. We may as well actually do this. What I've done for now is I've replaced it with the original. Yeah, and this is the sign which we will put down at our farm. We will, which obviously this is also part of the farm, but I would imagine at the I've tweaked it a little bit, but its collisions are a little bit right. Now this is a point. It won't let me place it, and yet really that would be the perfect place to place it. So we could stick it. Yeah, you would want your farm like your sign at the beginning, really, wouldn't you? I've adjusted it a little, but I'm not sure. I suppose we could do it like that. Thinking about it. Angle it slightly where it's not going to get in the way. Still a little bit. Yeah, it's a strange one, this one, because it's got long legs. It's a level. I'm trying to get the level right, but as you can see, with I'm having to adjust the ground every. Oh, and I've still got those warning signs. I'm gonna have to take them off. I don't need them for this particular one at all. Did I? I didn't strap these, did I? Go on, better. Lucky that they never dropped off. It's a little bit lapsed, Mr. Smith. Right, now let's stick this back in, and we do need to give ourselves the 477. Yeah, so for now, I will get around there to yeah, to get back to what I was talking about. I've put this one back in for now because it's got everything in. Now, obviously, I have actually done this. This is a blender, but it is based upon the original Giants. It is quite cute. I'm not totally against it. I think actually we probably could, because this is a road leading to us, so I don't know that that's not a bad idea this time. So this is the model. I might stick with it. It's not too terrible. I might colour it, but yeah, it's the flickering that you get with it that drives me a bit crazy. It's like, yeah, you can see it's got like brown gunk on it, and it's hard to actually in Blender to remove it and without damaging the actual baskets underneath. So it's one of them things I keep thinking, do we just leave it alone? Do we not sell eggs here then? Might be something I need to manually add. I thought I'd done eggs. Let's have a go, but that looked like very much that it was not happy with eggs, so we'll give it a shot. Or it could be that it's not level, and that's on the road, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, we all know that if your B mode is alright, or as it is now called, but it's... Oh, okay. No, you've actually got the trail somehow there. How? And then I would say, actually, we're not far off a session, really. We did what we wanted to achieve, which was... Okay, so either... Right, well, let's... Yeah, we want to give ourselves a 4,777 back anyway, so let's do that first, because we've already paid for this. 4,777, and let's sell that back again and move it back just in case it is the land itself, because I don't want to damage the land really. So let's stick that down again and stick that right back there, because we can level this ground is what I'm thinking. Right, okay. And now let's see if that will... It might be that it just does not accept eggs. I will amend this if that is the case. It looks very much like that is the case. Okay, so then... trying to think what else was I going to do this session. We put that down, so it is our now. I'm going to put that down on every Let's Play. I shall have a look at that, drop this off at the farm where we're going to need it. Beautiful 6-metre planter. We're very fortunate to have that, as well as the giant biggie. I might edit the big one and actually do what a lot of people. I think we need to fix that. And I'll get rid of those. It doesn't need any markers. Obviously you can tell I've taken it from another model, which is why it's got the stripes still there. Let's just lift that again like that and cover that back over. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, it's because of the fact it's got legs. Yesterday I had it so it was like above the ground, and today it's yeah, I can make it a little bit sharper, the picture. It's a very high res picture, but obviously I didn't want the memory to be too high, as in the size of the file for when it make. Well, this is only ever going to be for me, obviously, because it's my own farm sign, but I thought that's all me as well. And you can see there's a bit of a gap down the middle where it would have like hangers, little wires. So far I wanted to push it together, but it didn't quite work out right. It has, yeah, I also, the actual stuff it's made of is like more like metallic. Not this, the outside, that is proper wood, the material, and this is, I am quite proud of that, if I'm honest. It was the very first mod I made totally on my own, as in like that's just all me, Blender, and well, I've got to give Gemini the credit for the actual picture from Google. That was, thank you Gemini for the actual creativity of the picture. That one's not down to me, but apart from that, everything else is me. So it's with assistance. Nearly everything's with assistance. Obviously there are models that I use to, I don't very rarely create something from scratch. I'll amend something similar because it's an awful lot. Omatana does something similar, and I think it's the most sensible thing to do than like create something from scratch. But some of them I have, like my trailer, I pretty much, I don't know, I've sort of borrowed bits, like start from another trailer XML, because it makes sense. But a lot of the things are going to be very, now that is a point, we ought to grab that off with the telehandler. We don't really want it on the trailer. We can do that, I think we'll do the next session. Yeah, so we've got the sugar to do next session, the bales to do next session, but the most important thing of all, and I think this is, yeah, these are quite nice. They've got a very small footprint, and the way that I've designed them, they don't interfere too much. I've just had a tweak of this, because when you put it down, it does a lot of damage to the ground. I'll get it right in time. I will. I'm adjusting them until I'm happy, and then I'm going to literally put them on the mod hub for like Giants to say, no, this does not meet our criteria. And I'm like, why? There's other people who've done things similar. Now, they might not, but they have so far. I've been knocked back a couple of times, and I'm like, what I've done is no different to what other people do. But perhaps, yeah, I did the thing that I was proud of the most, which took the least effort, was the planter. Yeah, now this I was very proud of. I still am very proud of it. I'm going to do another model, but it'll be a similar model, but BI brands, I think, a proper BI Maxima, but it's going to be made of probably nearly all plastic apart from the frame. But actually, I think it's just that probably, yeah, the Coon price. But I mean, ours are made of reclaimed materials and are all made ourselves. So yeah, I think I'm going to do one of those. It's going to be a reasonable cost, more like, say, about that price-ish. You know, not exactly. I'm not like trying to copy, but that is a beautiful mod. And again, something similar, but it will be the BI brand rather than the Maxima. I might actually allow that one to disappear, and we'll put that one in instead. Yeah, so that's things that I'm going to do, but I'd like to do the Kinsey. To also a BI branded one, very similar, shall we say, wink wink. Yeah, that's what I'm That's what I'm trying to say. In real life, it's you wouldn't dare to do that because you'd have a lawsuit because you'd copied someone and you'd be breaking so many patents. It'd be unbelievable. But this is Farming Simulator, so it would be nice to do something similar that I did do some modelling on actually. But again, these are like projects that are really monstrously. They take a lot of time, and I haven't got time to like dedicate because of my normal job to dedicate to something like that. So I'll have to compromise a little, I would say. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. I shall modify the eggs before I literally as I leave, and see if I can add that to it bit by bit. I've obviously added pig food to it, and I will bit by bit. I thought I'd actually tweaked it so it could accept a lot of things, but obviously not all. So I shall amend that so we can sell. Can we sell our sugar? Let's just do a quick test before we leave. That is, I would like to see if we can sell sugar. We can leave those there. We'll just go grab a pallet of sugar whilst we can run across the field. And yeah, and I will switch the Zomox off next time before you all shout at me. I agree, it's a little bit annoying. But we've done this field. Let's just finish that one. So nearly finished. Just got to get the baling done next session. And the sugar is our next, which is going to take our money right back up because it's going to be nearly 100,000. But we do need to be able to sell this. Did I add this last time? I can't remember. That's why I wanted to do the test. I think I did. I'm sure we tested this and it actually worked. But we'll have a look. I can't remember now. I think I did. I went out and amended it straight away, I think. So we're going on a pace, definitely. Yeah, as I say, I will compromise. The kiosk is good enough. At least I managed to fix it. It's no longer like the Giants one that's broken. You can actually see all of the vegetables. I think I'll claim that as a victory and I'll leave it alone. I may eventually revisit, but there's so many other projects that are far more. I think I can definitely say that. Yes, we did sugar. Why did we not get paid for sugar? Why did that take it but didn't give us any cash? Huh. Oh, that's a little bit odd. It is. It's worked before. Have Giants amended something and changed something with the new update? Perhaps I need to update my mod desk or something. So let's give ourselves the cash and also add the 50% on. That's a bit naughty. Let's just check that again. I'm sure that never went up and never said anything. But it did definitely take the sugar. Just want to pay better attention. But I am almost sure that the money didn't go up. It was like, yeah. But I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. 82505. So if not, we should give ourselves it back. Because this could be a mod desk thing. I know that again, this is another thing that has got rather annoying, that modders have got to keep doing the mod desk all the time. Every few iterations, Giants demand that you do them. They never used to. They're getting very, very demanding as time goes on. So it could well be if you don't meet the mod desk, then it just won't work. Simple as that. In fact, yeah, I'm surprised that I would, if it was the mod desk. Now, it's worked before. That model actually works. So, and it's only the i3D file. The actual XML is what declares, and this worked last time. So, it does make me wonder. Right, 82505. No, it is. It's just not telling you. Yeah, no, that's about right. Yeah, no, it's working. It is. It's just not showing you the amount, which is a bit strange. I actually quite like that. But then it could be that addition. No, I think it's a natural thing of the game normally to do that. So I should do the eggs. I'm going to get that done now. And then when we come in, those three may just disappear. So, yeah. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to join me on this absolutely beautiful farm. And it is now Eliakim's farm. That seems a bit low. I think it's just because it's on the brow of a hill. Because you could see the legs from... Yeah, I think the size is about right as well. You would want it to be fairly big, but like not too... Not a ginormous billboard. So it's about right, I think. So I'm quite pleased with that. Yes, so all that remains to be said is... Goodbye. For now.